Hi, I'm Jeff Ludy, the owner of Houston Window Experts. Thank you for watching this video. Today I want to talk to you about Windsor vinyl products. Now, you've heard me talk about the Windsor Pinnacle series. I've got a great video on Pinnacle. Pinnacle is their flagship product, which is an aluminum exterior with a beautiful wood interior. It comes in about 60 colors plus custom colors. Well, what a lot of people don't know about Windsor, because they're well known for that, is that they also make a beautiful quality vinyl product, and here it is. This is called the Windsor Classic. They have 3 series: Signature, Classic, and Pro. And I'm going to discuss each of those just briefly. But as an overall, let me start by telling you that Windsor, based out of Des Moines, Iowa, is about a 70-year-old company. They're owned by a company called Wood Grain, and Wood Grain's like $1 billion a year company. They have stability, they have financial stability, they have financial backing, and best of all, they have a lot of experience making beautiful windows and doors. Now, if you like wine, I want to point something out to you. When I was up there visiting them, they took me out to dinner, and they found out I like wine, and the national sales manager for Windsor is a wine guy, and we had some Caymus Cabernet. If you've ever had Caymus Cabernet, you know how delicious it is. He turned me onto this. It's called Bonanza. It's around $20. You can buy it at most liquor stores or grocery stores. And this is like a sister product to Caymus. If you like Caymus, this is in that family of wines, and I think you'd really like it. In fact, if you're in the Houston area, drop by and we'll just check it out, see if you really do like it. So Windsor uses the same glass in their flagship product as they would use in this product, and vice versa. The glass is the same. It's cardinal glass. You've heard me talk about cardinal glass. There's about 1,800 window makers in the US, but only 4 glass suppliers. And the very creme de la creme, the top product out there, is cardinal glass. If you've heard of Anderson Windows, you've heard of Pella Windows, you've heard of Marvin Windows, Windsor Windows, they're all using the very best glass. In fact, of all the brands I carry, they're all the exact same glass. It's cardinal glass. Why? Because cardinal is the most efficient with the least amount of distortion, allows the most amount of light to come through. It helps greatly reduce the sound from the outside, saves you money in your energy bill, makes your house more balanced, and I could go on and on and on, and I have a video where I do, trust me. But today, particularly, I want to just tell you, what are your options with vinyl? Why would you choose Windsor vinyl? Well, the reason I like Windsor vinyl is because they do something a little differently, or perhaps I should say a little better, than a lot of their competitors do. They make a vinyl window that looks a whole lot like a wood window. In fact, just to prove my point, we're gonna have to walk that way again. I want you to see something pretty interesting. Check this out. That's why I have all these windows on little swivels. Is if you stand right here and you see this is their Windsor aluminum window, okay, with a wood interior, and then look over to your left across the way, you can see that the vinyl window is almost identical, certainly from 10 feet away, to what this is, but it's going to save you a lot of money. So there's a lot of times we will use a hybrid where maybe downstairs in the common areas, like the living room and the formal dining room and those sort of things, we would use their Pinnacle product, which is their flagship product, and it's going to cost more. But upstairs or around the side of the house or the back of the house, we can get a great looking window that actually mirrors their premier product at a much more affordable price. And that's about using some value engineering to get you what you want. Never compromise, right? Get what you want, find another way to skin that cat. No offense to cat lovers, I love cats too. Come up close and look at this grid. Look how it has a really nice dimensional profile on that grid. Most vinyl windows, the grids sit real flat and real shallow because they can't intersect. In other words, the bottom sash, when it opens, would end up hitting the grid on the top sash. Not the way they do this one. It's just gorgeous. Look at the intersection here, the meeting rail. I want you to look how this is real nice and clean. You have one line going this way, and then you have this horizontal meeting rail intersecting directly into that. Real nice, clean, precise corner. You don't get that out of some of the other products, some of the other brands. Let me give you an example here. No offense to this brand, we like it and sell it as well. But look at this corner. Here you have one going this way, but instead of having one coming this way, you have an intersection here, 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 and here. That does not look as clean and crisp as this one does. That takes less money to make because the way the machinery does a lot of that work. In this one, you actually have to spend more time doing it. It's a whole different layout. it's more work. Also, we'll look at one of the cool things about their vinyl window. Down here at the bottom, this actually has a sloped sill. See that sill, how it slopes? Instead of having a box frame where the bottom collects the bottom sash into it, this has more of a traditional sash sloping sill where this sash comes down on top of it and it looks like a standard wood window. This is the closest and best looking vinyl window that I've ever seen to what would be a wood window. If you have wood windows now and you're thinking about vinyl, this is probably the best choice in America. I really think it's outstanding. Take a look at the inside. Look at the grids on this as well. See, these are also dimensional. You can really see they've got really good dimension, so you can actually see the grid stand off. It gives it like real crisp, clean look on that. Here, if you notice too, a little handrail down at the bottom to lift the window with. The window actually, it feels a little tight. That's a good thing. This window, you know, if you get a window that's real sloppy when you open and close it, and maybe that's not really, the tolerances aren't that great on it. And so you don't end up having a real good seal from air leakage. But in this case, you actually do. And it really closes beautifully. It has a double lock mechanism. And pointing out the locks, let me show you something really cool. Do you see the lock at all? No, you don't. Why don't you? Because it's this is what we call a transitional look. Real clean line here. You don't see the lock sticking up from out of there. Now, something a little more traditional, come over here. We'll take just a minute and look at this. This video is not about Anderson. I have one about that. But see how you can see the lock on this Anderson window? That's a little more traditional looking. And what you're seeing over there is a little more transitional. So you get a really good clean look, but you still have like a little bit of a classic style and feel to it. Now, this is what they call their, quote, classic series. Duh, the classic series by Windsor. Now, that's one of their products. Same ingredients, same quality, same workmanship, same company. They have what's called the Pro line. What is the difference between these two? Well, the primary difference is the frame profile. If you notice here, this is like a 1 3/4 inch wide frame profile. If you wanted something that had a little narrower look, a little more contemporary perhaps, you would go with this product instead of with the Classic. Now the Pro also comes with the grids between the glass, as you can see. There's a benefit to that, right? Like keeping the window clean is nice because you don't have any grids on the surface that you have to clean because they don't attract any dust. It's all handled on the inside. As far as the lock mechanism is concerned, the lift rail is concerned, the glass, the balancer system, all of that is identical. One quick thing to note that's a little different too is at the bottom of this one, if you notice, it's not a slope sill. So this is not as traditional looking as the Classic series is. Instead, this bottom sash goes into this track at the bottom, gives it a real nice, good, tight weather seal. And that, my friends, is the Pro series. Follow me all the way to the back here. I want to show you the third series of vinyl windows that they make, and this is called the Signature series. This Signature series can go with either one of those two series, and they can match the colors. But what's in the Signature series? What makes it different than the other two? Signature series is just comprised of awning windows and casement windows. Here's a casement window, for example. Casement windows actually, instead of going up and down, they crank out. They've got a little handle here that cranks. You can see how that window opens up. And oh my gosh, I gotta tell you, I wish there was a way to have you feel this. This just moves so smoothly. It opens and closes so beautifully. And it's just so nice. What I like about this is we can pair this with like fixed picture windows, windows that don't open. And you can put this next to another window that doesn't open, and nobody can tell which one opens, which one doesn't. So if you like that look of that, where you don't have that horizontal bar like the other two windows dividing your look, then you can go with this Signature series, and instead of having a horizontal bar, everything is just all glass. Looks like it's all picture windows, but then where you need a window to open, like a bedroom, for example, then this window can open. Also, what's cool about all casement windows is the screens are on the inside, right? Of course, they have to be on the inside because otherwise the window wouldn't crank out like it does. But having the screen on the inside is really cool because you don't see it from the street, number one. Number two, guess what? The screens don't get dirty. I mean, the screen's not exposed to the outside. So when your window's closed, how's your screen gonna get dirty? Now, just a quick pro tip, because I'm a pro window guy. If you have casement windows, you might wonder sometimes, how do I get the bugs off of there when I get ready to close my window? Because sometimes you go to close your window and there's some bugs on here, And you don't want to close a bug into his solitary confinement, painful death of starving behind your window, right? You're not like that. So what I like to do is open the window. Let me show you how to do this. This actually has nothing to do with Windsor vinyl windows, since this is a channel about learning. So let's say you have a bug on there, right? I'll do it like this. Now let's say he doesn't want to fly off, because June bugs are the worst. They don't care. They're like, you can't knock me off of here. They got their little claws in there and they won't get loose. I keep a little spray bottle, and you can take a spray bottle with some water in it and just go, tss, tss. Man, as soon as you wet that bug, he's like, I'm out of here. So anyway, a little pro tip for you on how to get the bugs off of your screen. But I like how the screen's on the inside because you don't see it. And I also like how it's on the inside. It keeps it really clean. So then the question is, Jeff, what about colors? Oh, I'm so glad you asked, because curb appeal is so important, and what colors you get is very important. So of course we have white and we have clay, which are extruded colors. Extruded meaning that the actual vinyl itself, when it's coming out of the extruder, making the actual vinyl channel, it actually has that pigment already into the vinyl batter. And so that means if you took it, it'd be like a bar of soap, right? Like you could cut that vinyl with a knife, and when you looked in there, it'd be white all the way through. Or it would be clay all the way through. One important thing to know about ultra premium vinyl is it's not that printer paper white. Like when you have a white vinyl window from cheap window companies, it's going to be like stark, bright printer paper white. And that is annoying when you drive by a house and you just see the window like boom, right in your face. This is a softer white. It costs more money to do that. But they do it because they want it to have a more natural appearance, not a cheap plastic appearance. So that's your extruded colors, white and clay. Now, you can take a white window, that's what this is, and you can have the exterior has a wet finish that they put on it, and then it goes through a drying process, and it bakes on an exterior color. And you can get this black and black, if you like black on the inside, black on the outside. You can get black and bronze, and they have like about a dozen choices of colors to pick from. Or you can match you can do a custom color as well. There's a custom color setup fee for that. But if you pick one of those other windows I talked to you about that come in about 60 colors, they can match any of those colors to this. And that's important if you're trying to build a hybrid project where you have some windows made out of wood and some are just made out of vinyl. One thing that they do that I like about Windsor that none of the other brands I've seen out there will do is they'll actually make a black or bronze exterior window with a clay interior window. A lot of companies do a black or a bronze exterior with a white vinyl interior, or they'll do it with a black vinyl interior, but you cannot get it with a clay interior. So there are some projects where a clay interior fits better with the inside of your home, but I would say probably 95% of the time white is what's used. Just a good point, something to know about the product itself. The important thing you should know about any window project is who is the company behind it? And do they stand behind their products? And what if I had a problem? And I want to tell you, all window companies make mistakes. We have bought lots and lots of windows from a lot of different window companies. And how you can tell one window company apart from another is not by when things go well, it's about when things go bad, right? And we've seen things go bad on every window brand that we've seen. Stuff comes in broken, sometimes something's not made right. And I will tell you, I have just a handful of brands that treat us really well when it comes to that. And Windsor is right there at the top of that list. If we have a problem with a window, we can get on the phone to Windsor. I mean, I've got their cell phone numbers, right? I can call on a Sunday during Super Bowl and they'll answer the phone. Well, I haven't tried that yet, but they probably would. And say, I've got a problem and I need your help. And guess what? This company stands behind their product. I've been there. I've toured their facility in West Des Moines, Iowa. These guys are really good at what they do. And I'm telling you, I'm really proud to have them as one of our featured premier vinyl products. Now, are they perfect? No, they're not perfect. Do they have some things I wish they did different? Yes, they have some things I wish they did different. I wish every window company that we had could do everything the way we want them to do it, but they won't. But I tell you what, if you've given us a chance to show you this window, I think you will agree with me, compared to most vinyl windows, this is definitely one of the best, if not the best, and it's the most beautiful vinyl window that I've ever seen. Well, thank you for watching this video. If you live in the Houston area, come by our showroom, check it out, drink a glass of that wine with me. If you live in other parts of the country, We do know people around the country that sell this product. You can go to Windsor's website and do a dealer search, or you can contact us. There's a link down below. You can contact us that way. And if we know somebody in your area, we're glad to point you in the right direction. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you have a great day. We'll talk again soon.